What is going on, lead gen beasts? Matty Ice here, Leads for Locals. Got a really good video for you today. We're going to be talking about why Facebook ads still work really well for generating leads. I wanted to make this for actually a couple different reasons. One, I'm just sick and tired of hearing people say that Facebook ads suck, they're dead, they don't work anymore, it's too expensive, the leads are low quality, blah, blah, blah. I'm just really, quite frankly, tired of that because it's not true. And also, I was inspired to make this video because the examples of results that I'm going to show you literally at the time of this recording within the last they're not even 2 weeks old. Okay. So, and for me, results speak louder than anything I could ever tell you guys about Facebook ads or whatnot. It's at the end of the day, what are the results? A lot of these YouTubers out there that make videos, why Facebook ads are dead, they don't work, or why they do work, and maybe they make videos like this. They don't have any results or data to back it up. They're just trying to get ad revenue and likes and whatever. It's really dumb. They don't back anything up. So I'm going to show you two recent testimonials that I've received from students of mine that have gone through different courses and programs that I offer that are just crushing it, absolutely crushing it with Facebook ads. All right. So this is going to be a really important video. If you currently run Facebook ads or you're thinking about it, maybe you've struggled with them in the past, whatever, this is going to be a really important video. All right. Because this is going to kind of set the foundation that you need. Like, you can't go into starting Facebook ads expecting them to fail and not do good in low quality leads. All right. You've got to set you got to have your mind right. Got to set your expectations. All right. So make sure you stick to the end. If you guys do find this video helpful, please smash that like button. Make sure you subscribe. Join the Facebook group. Got links in the description. Always got good stuff for you guys there. Make sure also maybe consider checking out my Facebook Ads Mastery course. That'll be in the description as well. It's super cheap. It's not going to cost you an arm and a leg, but it has some really, really awesome training on the different types of Facebook ad strategies that I've used over the years with great success. They're really, really good for generating leads. You can check that out in the description. All right. So let's get started. First thing I want to do, show you guys the results. This is a post that I received from a student that went through my Agent Lead Gen Mastery class. That's course. That's where I teach how to generate life insurance, annuity, and IUL leads using things like Facebook ads. I even give them pre-made Facebook ads that they can use so they can get started right away. And this is the post that my student made inside of my group for that program. All right. 1 week into the campaign, 16 leads, 5 auto set appointments, 2 completed. 2 are completed with both of them solid leads that I quoted. So these are life insurance leads. One policy for $1,200, another for $4,200, and he spent less than $200 on ad spend. Now, guys, I used to be a life insurance agent. Typically, it depends on the company and where you're at in the organization. You could be as low as 50% commission. You could be as high as 100% commission, just depending on what these quotes are for, just depending on where you're at in the organization. But let's say is that we'll meet in the middle at 70% commission on a $1,200 and a $4,200 policy. That is a phenomenal return on investment. I mean, you can't get too much better than that. And this is all Facebook ads. All right. And, it's really interesting because I'll have some people go through the program and I get that side of it where, the leads don't pick up the phone. They don't, they're not interested, or, they're low quality, don't have any money. And then I see stuff like this and I get a lot of these too. And it really comes down to, what are you doing with your leads? Do you have a system in place? Are you actually making your dials? Do you maybe need to work on your sales ability a little bit? Do you maybe need to expand your network of services to be able to accommodate more people, things like that, right? There's a lot of different factors involved there, but the proof is in the pudding, guys. You can't dispute the results. All right. These are phenomenal results here. And it was all done using Facebook ads. All right. Here's another one. This was a message that I received on Facebook from somebody that went through one of my programs. We did a little bit of one-on-one coaching, which I do offer. If you guys are interested, just visit leadsforlocals.net, book a call, and see if it's right for you. But anyways, this was for the business loan space. And I get a lot of this in this particular industry where people tell me, it's low quality leads, they're not qualified, whatever. And we're going to talk about that in a second. I just want to break down these results here really quick. But this is a gentleman that's, he's funding $65K, another and would be $180K by Monday. Like, these are all applications that he's submitted for business for getting business funding. Let's see. One of the guys. Let's see. So this is really important too. One guy we've been chasing for a month. Okay, that's really important because people give up so easily. They'll call their leads 2 or 3 times. They don't pick up the phone, and they're like, "Oh, people don't pick up the phone." Well, you only called them 2 or 3 times. They're busy. These are, it depends on the industry, but you just gotta stay consistent. Follow up with your leads, guys. Eventually, you'll get them. And so I think that's a really important part of this. These results right here is that he consistently was chasing this person for a month, and they make $200,000 a month. We're funding for $80,000. It's going to be a massive. That's really good commissions, guys, on that $80K of funding. So another guy, same thing, funding $50K. Like, he's got so many deals in the pipeline. And I wanted to be clear, like, hey, is this all from the Facebook ads that we did the training on? And right here, that's what I asked him. Is this all from the Facebook ads? Yes, sir. I mean, unless he's lying to me, which, why would anybody do that? Then here's more proof for you guys that Facebook ads absolutely work for building your pipeline, getting high intent leads, people that want to speak to you or at least learn more about your services. We're going to talk about that in a minute too. But yeah, they work, guys. And as you can see, I'm not just saying this like to sell you my Facebook ads course or sell you coaching or whatever. It's right here. Like, they actually work. These are real testimonials. All right. So now let's break down kind of the psychology around Facebook ads and why they work, at least the way that we do them, because there's probably plenty of people out there that run Facebook ads, get absolutely terrible results. I won't even say probably. I know they do because I do coaching for them, and they're just getting awful, terrible results, and it's because their Facebook ads suck. Okay, they're just terrible. And whether they hired an agency or whatever, a lot of people do just cookie cutter generic stuff. They don't know their audience. They don't have a really good offer. They're not doing anything based on sound marketing principles, which that's what we're going to talk about. All right. Now, one thing I want to point out is that people have the same needs and desires regardless of what social media platform they're on or what platform they see your ads on. Because think about it. If you see an ad on Facebook for, let's say, like, I talk a lot about GoHighLevel. We'll use that as an example. A phenomenal piece of software. All right. Let's say you see that ad on Facebook and LinkedIn for a free like GoHighLevel masterclass or something like that. Does it really matter what platform you see it on? Like you have the same, in this particular example, you have the same desire to learn about this service. So it doesn't really matter where you see the ad. Like what I'm getting at here is like people ask me like, are Facebook ads better? Are YouTube ads better? Google ads better? It really depends on what you're looking for. But at the end of the day, people have the same desires regardless and needs regardless of what social media platform they're on. The main difference, which brings me to the next point, is between these platforms is your targeting capabilities, which in my experience, because I've run LinkedIn ads, Google ads, YouTube ads, Facebook ads, Facebook is just my favorite. It's where I've had the best results. I'm not saying that it's the absolute best for your particular industry. I'm just tired of people saying that Facebook ads suck and low quality leads. I'm just tired of that because at the end of the day, regardless of where they're at, they have the same needs and desires. All right, like where are they going to see your ad is really what it comes down to, and the different targeting capabilities, which let's be real, like they're very similar across all platforms, especially if you set these up correctly, like using what I call my multi-layer targeting strategy. I talk about that in the Facebook ads course. Learn more about that in the description. But when you know your audience and you can get really, really specific with your targeting, your campaign should do really well, assuming you have the offer and you got a good funnel and decent ad copy, stuff like good ad creative, stuff like that. I mean, you should do pretty well. And just based on what I've seen, the targeting capabilities don't vary significantly from one platform to another. Maybe maybe I'm understating it a little bit because, like LinkedIn, for example, a lot different types of targeting. Like they don't have as much interest targeting as you would get on Facebook. But using what they have available, you can create a really highly targeted audience, right? Regardless of what platform it is. But, for me, that's really the biggest difference. It's, yes, are people in maybe a little bit of a different mindset when they're on LinkedIn versus Facebook? Of course. But if they see an ad for something that they really need or that they think will improve their lives, whether that's on Facebook or LinkedIn, I don't see what that difference would be. They're not going to be like, oh, I'm in a more professional mindset, so I'm not interested in this particular type of ad. But then they see the other ad on Facebook. Oh, now that I'm on Facebook and I'm just kind of scrolling, okay, now I'll respond to it. It doesn't work like that. And I'm actually a really good example of this. Brings me to my next point. We'll talk about this really quick. You're always going to get bad leads regardless of what platform you advertise on. Okay, so that's just part of marketing. Like, it doesn't matter how good your offer is, how on point your targeting is, you're going to get bad, low quality leads that come through. It just is what it is. It doesn't matter how many questions you ask and whatnot. There are things that you can do to improve quality, but just know that you're going to get some bad leads. That doesn't mean the platform doesn't work. It doesn't mean the campaign doesn't work. That's just marketing. It is what it is. And I'll give you a perfect example of this. I buy stuff on Instagram. Sometimes I buy stuff on Facebook. I'll opt into things on Facebook. Sometimes I opt into things on Google. It just depends on what I'm looking for. What do I need in my life right now? It doesn't matter where I'm at. I don't care where I see the ad. Okay. But I was actually a really bad lead for somebody the other day so I was watching a YouTube video. The person talked about they had an affiliate program with reducing like your car insurance rates. I think it was getting a free quote for that. They had a link in the description. I clicked it. I'm interested. Okay, let me see if I can lower my insurance rate. I went through the whole spiel, and it ended up not like it was significantly higher at the end of the survey. And then I started getting emails, text messages, phone calls, and like very shortly after, I'm like, just stop, just leave me alone, okay? Because I know you can't do anything for me. I just saw it on the website, and that company, because that generated me as a lead for that particular insurance company. They're probably like, oh, this lead sucks. It's terrible, right? But that's just part of marketing. It is what it is. It doesn't mean that if I saw the correct offer, it was actually able to help me, that I wouldn't pull the trigger. You're not able to help me, right? So just know that you're always going to get bad leads, all right? It's really important to manage your expectation. Just because people are opting into your forums, it does not mean they're going to be a pushover as far as sales go. Like, they're just going to sign up, yes, I want your service right now, that they're going to be excited the first time you called. It's just not how marketing works, guys. It's a process. Everybody is different. The key is volume. For me, that's what we focus on, is generating the highest intent lead possible and as many as possible. Because I know that as long as you follow up with them consistently, which is what we use GoHighLevel for, then eventually those deals will close over time. Not all of them, but over time, okay? As long as you're following up with them. So you need higher volume. You need more people to call, to book appointments with, etc. And that's why I really like Facebook ads, because the way that we do them, especially using lead forms, we can generate a high volume of high intent leads. Maybe they're not always qualified right now, but they might be 3, 4, 6 months down the road. And who knows if that puts a couple $1,000 in your pocket, just because and all you had to do was follow up with them consistently, right? So I like using lead forms because it's pretty easy for people to submit. You can put custom questions on to increase the quality and more higher intent if you want, which is what we do. It's working really well. And it generates really good volume. The more people you can talk to, guys, that are actually interested in your service, then the better you're going to do, okay? So, and I guess I kind of touched on this a little bit. What does quality mean to you? Like, for me, like, if someone is not interested right now or they're not qualified right now, that doesn't mean it's a low quality lead. That's why I like to focus on volume, because like, you shouldn't be doing any marketing, generating leads with the intent of only calling a person a couple of times, or if they're not qualified right now, never speaking to them again. That, to me, that's just bad marketing, or a bad plan. You got to be following up long term. So, what does quality mean to you? It's different for everybody. I just know that for me, just because they don't buy or become a client, a customer, whatever right now, does not mean they won't in the future, as long as you follow up with them. So keep that in mind. Let's talk about some sound marketing principles. I'm actually going to get rid of this. So there's another slide I was going to do. All right, and then I'm gonna show you guys an example campaign that I did for my agency for a course that I sell that did really well. And just to kind of break down these marketing principles. So the first thing here is you got to know your audience, guys. If you think you're going to just throw up a Facebook ad to broad general audience, and the Facebook algorithm is going to magically just send awesome leads your way, man, yeah, you're going to get really, really bad results, and you're going to think Facebook ads don't work. You've got to put some effort into knowing your audience. This is what allows you to create a really good audience inside of Facebook using multiple layers. Again, I talk about that in my Facebook ads course, but you want to think about what problems does your audience have that you can solve, and how do we get in front of them? How do we identify them on the platform that you are marketing on, in this case, Facebook, right? So you've got to know your audience so you can speak their language, and so you can create a really good top of funnel offer. That's what TOF is, top of funnel offer. This is the lead magnet. You've got to have a good lead magnet that's going to resonate with your audience so that when people see your ad, it piques their interest. They want more information. Now you have them in your pipeline. Now you have them in your long-term follow-up. Now you can contact them over time, right? But they're not going to opt into your ad campaign if they're not interested in what you're offering. So the lead magnet is really, really important. Again, talk about this in the course. I have some tutorials on it too. I'll probably link those down in the description. I have a couple of YouTube videos that talk about this, so in a little bit more detail. But know what your audience needs and create a lead magnet around that, and then create your campaign around that lead magnet. I'll show you an example here in a second. Use decent ad creatives, guys. There's really no excuse for this anymore, because Canva provides amazing Facebook ad templates. Like, I'm not a graphic designer by any means, but I can create some really good Facebook ads just solely using the Canva templates and then customizing them a little bit. So the days of just generic cookie cutter stupid ad creatives, those are done, man. If you're getting really bad results and you're using stuff like that, you've got to put some more effort into it, because your ad creative is the first thing that people see on Facebook. If that does not capture their attention, they're going to scroll right past. You get poorer results. You think Facebook ads don't work. Okay. Use decent ad creatives. Write some decent ad copy. Again, you don't have to be a master copywriter. I certainly am not. I just ask myself a couple of basic questions and I write my ad copy about that. What is the problem? Who has the problem? So we're identifying the audience. We're identifying the problem. And then what is the solution? How does it solve the problem? You ask yourself these basic questions, and you write your ad copy around these questions. You're going to be fine. Okay. Again, you don't need to be a master copywriter to get good results with Facebook ads. You just don't. You just need to practice, all right, and have a formula that you follow. And as long as you have problem solution in the back of your head, in the back of your mind, then you'll write decent ad copy. All right. And then you want to make sure you're connecting your funnel to your ad campaign. When I say this because, again, I use primarily lead forms when it comes to Facebook ads. That's what I have a really good system for that. And it just works really well. And when people submit the form at the end of it, there's a button at the bottom which connects to the funnel that we have, which brings them to the next step. It's usually a questionnaire or maybe an appointment. In this particular campaign right here, this example, they were using the Facebook lead form, and then we were sending them to a page to book an appointment to request a free, like some type of free custom plan. So yeah, it works. So you want to make sure that you're taking advantage of the ends. Like whenever somebody opts in to your lead magnet, even if you're sending them to an opt-in page and not using lead forms, you want to make sure you take advantage of that, of the fact that they're still in they're still in your funnel. They're in the process of requesting information from you. So you want to make sure that you're taking them through a couple of steps to create that higher intent. Those little micro commitments, they make a really big difference in whether people pick up the phone, they respond, how they talk to you on the phone, etc. So you want to make sure that your campaign is properly connected to your funnel, however you're running the campaign. So I want to give you guys a quick example here really quick of these sound marketing principles in play. So this was a campaign that I did recently. This let's see, what did I launched this June 28th. So not even a month ago. We're at July 24th. Okay. And I've got 49 leads at $4.69 a lead. That's pretty good. All right. And the other thing that you'll notice, this is kind of a side note, is testing is really important, guys. Just because one campaign doesn't work, it doesn't mean your next campaign won't. And that Facebook ads suck. You've got to test. And you'll see here, this was actually the first campaign that I did right here, and I was getting $9.74 a lead. That's not bad, but that's a lot higher than what I was expecting and what I wanted and what I was comfortable with. And it was because of the targeting that I used. Okay. And so I tested a different variation of targeting, and it cut my lead costs in half, more than half, right? I'm getting $4 leads now. So you got to test, guys. Just because it doesn't work right now doesn't mean if you don't tweak a couple of things that it won't work in the future. Okay. So, but anyways, so basically this was, I was targeting insurance agents for my life insurance lead generation course, teaching, life insurance, annuities, IULs, etc. And I was offering a free lead generation masterclass for life insurance and annuities. So if you think about it, again, this comes down to knowing your audience. And I know this because I was a life insurance agent. But I mean, you don't have to do what your audience does to be able to do this, but you just need to know your audience. What are their biggest problems, right? And I know that life insurance agents, financial services, they need more leads, right? It's always, I need more leads. I need more people to talk to, right? So if I know that and I put an offer in front of them, offering them or an ad in front of them, offering a free life insurance and annuity lead generation masterclass, do you think they're going to respond to that? Absolutely, right? That's why this is how you get $4 leads for this kind of stuff, right? So let me show you an example of one of the ads that did really well. This was a static video. Again, I teach you how to do exactly this inside of my Facebook Ads Mastery course. So definitely check that out if you want to create stuff like this. I mean, look at this guy. I don't know. For me, that's a really cool looking ad. It's got, I'm calling out my audience. I'm telling them exactly what it is. Free lead generation masterclass. Learn how to generate your own life insurance and annuity leads. I mean, why wouldn't they respond to that, right? Of course, not everybody is, but that's a pretty decent ad creative right there. And then my ad copy, again, I'm calling out my audience, want to learn how to start generating your own exclusive real-time insurance and annuity leads. Right off the bat, I'm calling out that problem and even offering the solution in one sentence. All right. Because by asking this question, they're going to say, yeah, well, of course I want to learn how to generate my own leads. And that creates curiosity. Okay, how would I do that? Right. So now we're starting to lead into the solution a little bit. And I'll show you here. That's exactly what this free life insurance and annuity lead generation masterclass teaches you how to do. I mean, I could have probably stopped right there and just did a call to action, like click the learn more button to request it. I did go into more detail about what they're going to learn, but I probably could have just stopped there. And then with the lead form, for this particular campaign, at the end, I was offering them to join my free Facebook group. Like, if you guys own a marketing agency and you're doing campaigns like this, this is a phenomenal way to grow a Facebook group, which you should absolutely have in your agency. I think most businesses should have a Facebook group, but anyways, it works really, really well because you're getting name, email, and phone number. In this particular campaign, I'm getting name, email, and phone number. And then at the end, I'm offering them to join, or giving them an opportunity to join my free Facebook group to stay in touch, get additional training, etc. So now I've got their email, I've got their phone number, and I can connect with them inside of my Facebook group. Not only will they see my post inside of the Facebook group, I can send them a friend request and start a conversation in that Facebook group. So now I have multiple channels of communication, multiple ways of communicating with my list, making it much more likely for me to convert these leads into clients at some point. Maybe they purchase the course, they hire me for coaching, whatever, right? So my point with all this, guys, sound marketing principles. Don't get distracted with all these different shiny objects and stuff like, TikTok ads are the thing and YouTube ads are the thing. You can generate leads on any platform. You just got to stick with one and master, and then maybe move on to another. But the main part of this is that you need to have sound marketing principles. Okay, it's not about the latest and greatest technique and tactic, whatever. Know your audience. Put a really good offer in front of them. Put some effort into creating some decent ad images and videos and ad copy. Have a decent funnel that walks them through the next parts of the process. That's it, guys. I repeat this process over and over and over again in multiple different industries, and it just always works. 9 times out of 10, it works really well, and it's because it's based on sound marketing principles. So anyways, guys, that's the end of that. It's kind of I don't want to go on a tangent here, but I did want to do this to let you guys know that Facebook ads absolutely still work. You can generate really low cost leads that are pretty high intent a lot of the time. It's a great way to build a pipeline. And if you're actually going to consistently follow up with your leads, I highly recommend them. So again, guys, if you want to learn more about how I run my Facebook ads, get access to the different strategies that I use, I'll have a link down below. You can check out the Facebook Ads Mastery course. I do talk about the Facebook lead form system, my multi-layer targeting strategy, creating really good ad creatives, writing ad copy, having a good funnel, all that stuff. So make sure you check that out. But either way, hope you guys are crushing it. I hope this helps. Please hit that like button if it did. Leave a comment down below if you have any questions or you want me to expand on anything, and I will talk to you in the next one. Matty Ice is out. Peace.